Hello everyone. Well, I wanted to make a quick video of my aquarium. Since I've made several videos of my aquaponic system in my backyard and in my closet, I thought why not show that I also have aquaponics going on in my regular aquarium. This aquarium's been up for about a year now, and it's well established as far as bacteria go, which convert the ammonia the fish produce in the waste into nitrite, and then from nitrite into nitrate. And then the plant absorbs the nitrates out of the water. So if you have fish, you want the ammonia to be 0 and the nitrite to be 0. And the nitrates aren't as toxic in small amounts, so you want the nitrates as low as possible. So if you have an aquarium, you end up having to do water changes so that you can take the nitrates out. Well, I don't have to do water changes anymore. For the past 3 months, I have not done any water changes because the plant takes all the nitrates out of the water for me. So 2 weeks ago, I tested the water and I saw that my ammonia and my nitrites were 0, as they should be. And my nitrates were 20 to 40 parts per million, which is a nice low number. That's low enough it's not toxic or bad to the fish in the long run, and it's just enough that just enough nitrogen available to the plant to keep it continuing to grow and thrive even through the winter. As you can see, it's in the window. It doesn't get direct sunlight, and today's February 10th, and the plant is still very green and doing very well. So what I have in the filter is lava rock that the roots anchor themselves to, the plant to, and the lava rocks also provide more surface area for the bacteria to grow on. So I do not clean anything that goes into the filter. I leave it alone. And I did put a couple worms in there a while ago. I don't know if they're still in there or not, maybe not, but whatever the case is, I have near perfect water quality. So what I did 2 weeks ago when I tested the water, and I came up with the 0 parts per million for ammonia and nitrite, as well as 20 to 40 parts per million for the nitrate. From that moment, I started feeding the fish more. Started not overfeeding them, but feeding them enough to where they didn't eat it all at once, and continued, especially the goldfish, continued to graze throughout the day. And sometimes I'd feed them twice a day. So with the heavy feeding, I wanted to see if my ammonia and my nitrite would stay 0 and see how high the nitrates will get. So now that it's been 2 weeks, I tested the water, and the ammonia and the nitrite are still at 0, which is perfect. And the nitrates were around 80 to 100 parts per million. So normally with an aquarium, that's when you need to do a water change, because anything above 100 long term is bad for the health of the fish. So because I have the plant, all I'm going to do is not feed the fish. I didn't feed the fish today. I'll feed them just enough tomorrow that they can eat all of it within 3 to 5 minutes. And then I'll skip another day of feeding. So I'll test the water every day until the nitrates get back to 20 to 40 parts per million. And when that happens, I'll do an update. What I'm trying to do what I'm doing is testing the biological load capabilities of my biological filtration, the bacteria. So far, I know that they are converting the ammonia and the nitrites wonderfully. So now all I'm trying to do is see how much of the nitrates, how fast they can be absorbed by the plant. And what that'll do is, that'll tell me, that'll give me an idea, of how much food I can feed the fish in order for them to be at their, to make sure that they're getting plenty of nutrition without sacrificing the quality of the water, because that's the balance you have to find when you have an aquarium. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to see how much I can feed the fish before the water quality starts to decrease, meaning the amount of nitrates in the water. So with that said, the only other thing that I do as far as water quality goes, or cleaning the tank, is I do clean the inside and the outside of the glass, obviously, as well as I vacuum the gravel. And when I vacuum the gravel, I empty it into a bucket full of polyester filling that goes in, stuffed toys or pillows, and then I pump the water right back into the aquarium. So it's mostly filtered, or somewhat filtered, I'll say that. All I'm really doing is just getting the majority of the gunk out of the gravel. So just whenever it gets to the point where it starts to become noticeable, that's when I clean it. So anyways, so stay tuned for my update in the next day or two, or hopefully the sooner the better, because I'm excited to see how well, I know that the biological system's running flawlessly, so now I want to see how well the plant is performing for the water quality. So stay tuned. Like I said, I'm going to test the water every day until I get back to 20 to 40 parts per million. And also wanted to show off some of the fish. They're happy, a bunch of swimmers, they're always hungry, so I must be doing something right, which is always good when keeping fish. So anyways, well, stay tuned, and thank you for watching.